What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nasha, welcome back to the channel. And for today's WWE news video, yeah, there's quite a bit to talk about, to say the very least. So, for today's video, I'm going to be talking about apparently WWE testing out new ring designs, which I guess it's for the squared circle, I guess. WWE planning on re-signing a released NXT superstar, and also more superstars have been released. So let's talk about exactly who WWE wants to bring back. And apparently it is none other than Kavita David. If you guys remember, in late April, WWE had released Davi because apparently I think because of like budget cuts. I don't remember exactly, but it's kind of interesting because she was in a she was on a I guess like a podcast or something. She had stated, saying, quote, and again, don't want to get copyrighted, big shout outs to Kavita TV, don't want to get copyrighted, y'all know how this thing works, y'all know, but she says, quote, and I quote, I read some of those reports and they aren't accurate. I have been back at home in India since January. My husband contracted the virus, of course, earlier this year, and I needed to be here with my family. I chose not to go back to America. Everyone at WWE has been incredibly supportive. I am filled with gratitude for everything they have done for me. I have also had an ACL injury for over a year and have been unable to perform in the ring, but WWE still supported me through all of that. They understand that India is where I need to be. We are working together on a new arrangement that allows me to be home but still part of the WWE universe. She also goes on to say, says, quote, India continues to be a very important market for WWE with some of the most passionate fans in the world. I will still be involved as an ambassador for WWE in India in the future. That may mean I am involved in scouting new talent or with WWE live events. Anything is possible. There are incredible Indian talent at WWE, and I will continue to champion them here at home, including Sanjana George from Kottayam, who recently signed a developmental contract at the Performance Center in Orlando. So it's kind of interesting because Kavita Devi was a part of both Mania Classics. She competed in the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. I think she also competed in the Battle Royal in MetLife Stadium, if I remember correctly. But after that, nothing. We didn't see, and we didn't hear much of her or anything like that. But I think it's awesome. I think it's really awesome that she's going to be an ambassador for WWE, or rather potentially becoming an ambassador. I think it's incredible because because if you guys remember, Kairi Sane ended up having the exact same deal. Kairi Sane left WWE last year because of three reasons. Number one was obviously because she did not want to contract, the pandemic, the virus, if you will, last year. So that's one reason. Number two is that she was actually getting ready to get married during that time. And lastly, WWE had apparently from what I was hearing, WWE wanted to turn her into an ambassador for for WWE on the Japan side of things, because you guys know WWE is always signing new talent from all parts of the world, whether it's it's the U.S., whether it's Mexico, whether it's Puerto Rico, whether it's Canada, Russia, no matter where it is, no matter where in the world, they're always signing talent. And I could definitely, and honestly, Kairi Sane was, Kairi Sane is, went down the same path that Kavita Devi did, but again, Kavita Devi becoming an ambassador for WWE in India, I think it's really awesome. It's truly awesome. Anyway, guys, now actually that's going to be the last thing I'm going to talk about. So WWE is planning on testing new ring designs. I don't know what's going on with that, but let's actually, apparently, I really don't know I don't know. Anyway, so apparently, so if you guys had remember, in the past, when it came to the WWE rings, there would be superstars who would end up exposing the rings, and they would expose the wood. If you guys remember, the faction known as Nexus, they did that with John Cena. They had exposed the wood. Brock Lesnar had done that multiple times. Johnny Gargano had done that at TakeOver. What was it? TakeOver New Orleans, if I remember correctly. I think it was TakeOver New Orleans. It was either TakeOver New Orleans or TakeOver Chicago 2. But and then of course Brock Lesnar did that inside Hell in a Cell with the Undertaker. But apparently, according to some reports, WWE had modded the NXT ring several months ago, and the changes could be the same for Raw and SmackDown in the future. And apparently instead of using wooden planks, apparently they're going to be using plastic. I don't know if that's wise, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything more about it except why would they want to use plastic? That's like the weirdest thing possible. But truth be told, actually the reason is they're actually looking after, they're looking out for the safety of the talent, which honestly kind of makes sense, but who knows? But who knows what's gonna happen? Honestly, I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you, but yeah. So they're gonna be using plastic, which is kind of an interesting one. But that being said, WWE has released 6 superstars. Who are they, you may ask? Well, they are Buddy Murphy, Santana Garrett, Lana, Ruby Riott, Alistair Black, and yes, Braun Strowman. This is what surprises me the most, because if you think about the accomplishments that those 6 superstars have had throughout their careers in WWE, let's start with Murphy. Murphy is a former Raw Tag Team Champion, and he's a former NXT Tag Team Champion alongside Wesley Blake, who was released from his contract earlier this year. Santana Garrett, I believe competed in one of the Mae Young Classics. Lana was literally in title contentions for the women's tag team titles. She was getting this close from getting the title shot with Naomi. Ruby Riott literally was in the exact same boat with Liv Morgan, part of the Riott Squad. Alistair Black is a former NXT champion. He's a former NXT champion and a Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winner. And Braun Strowman, two-time Raw Tag Team Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Gray's Royal Rumble winner, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner, Universal Champion. Why would you want to give up literally 6 of your top stars ever? Like, why would you want to do that? Well, apparently for Braun Strowman, there's actually a reason for it. Apparently, hang on, guys. Let me go back. So apparently the reason for it, and I'm actually going to find it. Here. So the reason for Braun Strowman's release, apparently, it had something to do with money. Can't say that I'm surprised, but hey. Now, as far as Alistair Black, I think it may have had something to do with it may have had it may have had something to do with money as well. I don't know what's going on, but I believe, as far as like why Alistair Black was released, yeah, I think for him, I think it was about the money, but it was also because of the fact that he also had a Twitch as well, so that's kind of an interesting deal. But honestly, I'm literally like heartbroken about the fact that WWE had released these superstars, especially Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman had played a major factor in in 2020, 2021, where he had became Universal Champion by defeating Goldberg last year in replacement for Roman Reigns, who was out because of the pandemic. And Braun Strowman had held the title from WrestleMania all the way through SummerSlam, which I think that was 6 months, about 6-7 months. And then after that, he went at it on his own. He got drafted to Raw, and started to feud with guys like Shane and Miz and whatnot. But yeah, but as far as Alistair Black goes, there were rumors of his real life wife, Zelina Vega, being rehired by WWE. But as far as that goes, I don't know if it's going to happen. But one does have to imagine that none of them will be short of offers away from WWE. So it is possible that they could end up doing something else somewhere else, but only time will tell. But there have been rumors that Liv Morgan and I think 5 others could be next in line to get released, but only time will tell. But you never know what can happen. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Question of the day: what are your guys' thoughts on the releases of these 6 superstars? Let me know in the comments below, and that is going to do it for this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE news videos, which gets posted every Thursday. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to check me out on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have any fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.